Hi all, today we will be discussing about variables in C#. In C#, variables are containers used to store data values during program execution. So basically, a variable is a placeholder of the information which can be changed at runtime. And variables allow us to retrieve and manipulate the stored information. In brief definition, when a user enters a new value that will be used in the process of operation, it can be stored temporarily in the random access memory of the computer, and these values in this part of memory vary throughout the execution, and hence another term for this came which is known as variables. Characteristics of variables. Name. It must be a valid identifier. In the above example, var is a valid identifier. Type. It defines the types of information which is to be stored into the variable. In the above example, char is a type. Value. It is the actual data which is to be stored in the variable. In the above example, h is the value. Rules for naming variables. Variable names can contain the letters AZ or digits 0 to 9, as well as the character B. The name of the variables cannot start with a digit. The name of the variable cannot be any C keyword, say int, float, null, string, etc. Defining or declaring a variable. There are some rules that must be followed while declaring variables. Specify its type, such as int. Specify its name, such as age. Can provide initial value, such as 17. Initializing variables. The term initializing means to assign some value to the variable. Basically, the actual use of variables comes under the initialization part. In C#, each data type has some default value, which is used when there is no explicitly set value for a given variable. Initialization can be done separately or maybe with declaration. 2 ways for variable. Initialization. There are 2 basic ways for initialization as mentioned below. Compile time initialization and runtime initialization. 1. Compile time initialization. It means to provide the value to the variable during the compilation of the program. If the programmer didn't provide any value, then the compiler will provide some default value to the variables in some cases. Generally, this type of initialization is helpful when the programmer wants to provide some default value. Runtime initialization. In this, the user has to enter the value, and that value is copied to the required variable. In this type of initialization, there is one more possibility in which value is assigned to the variable after the completion of a function call. Thank you. Hope you gained some knowledge from this video. If you did so, please hit like, share, subscribe to help support this channel and motivate us to share more and more content on different topics here.